So I have run that code and we are not getting anything. So you might be thinking this print statement should be printed out in the console, but this is not the case. So this line get printed once we call the generator objects with the next method. So welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to discuss about the Python generators, and we will discuss generator functions and generator expressions. So by the end of this video you should be very much familiar with the Python generator functions and Python generator expressions. So before deep dive into generators, let's understand some basic concept which will help us to understand the generator. So generators are type of iterators. So why we say generators is iterators? Because generators implement the iterator protocols, and we are going to discuss about the iterator protocol in a bit. But for now, just understand generators are the iterators as well. So generator functions, you can say it's a generator factory, right? So whatever the function we write, the Python wrap up that function and returns the generator objects. Within your function, if there is any statement with a yield keyword, right? If your function contains a yield keyword, your function automatically considered as a generator functions. So generator expressions are similar to the list comprehension. We have already learned about the list comprehensions, how we can use it. If you have not familiar with the list comprehensions, I will link that video in the card section or a description, so you can go and watch. So we define a list comprehension using these square brackets, right? But the generator expression use these parentheses. So if you understand the yield keyword, you have understand the generators 80%. So this is very important because this is the heart of a generator. So here yield keyword just perform three operations. First, it emits the value, and the second, retain the current state of that function. And whenever we call a next method with that generators, the function automatically get resumed, right? So there is only three things you should keep in mind for yield keyword. It emits the value, it suspends the function, and when we call the next method, it resumes that function. So if you have a function which contains any yield keyword, that function automatically called as generator functions. So now let's see an example. So here I have defined a simple function called learning, and within this function I have a print statement and yield statements. So this is our generator function. All right, and here what we are doing, we are just calling that function. So there is couple of things which is going on. So this is not just a simple function calling, and we will see and we will trace that code one by one to get a better understanding. All right. So we have this learning function defined, right? And we have these statements. We have a print statements and yield statements. If any function contains a yield keyword, that function automatically converted into a generator functions. So now let's go and call this function. So when we call this function, we will get back a generator object. If you want to see it is generator object or not, you can see this variable which we have created is now pointing to generator object, which is created inside the memory with this location. So now we get the generator object. So if we need to call that object, so we can use a next method. So before going into that, let's just run this code and see what we are getting. So I have run that code and we are not getting anything. So you might be thinking this print statement should be printed out in the console, but this is not the case. So this line get printed once we call the generator objects with the next method. Let's see. So if I go and print and provide the generator objects, if I go and run this code, now you can see we are getting the output. If we print the next generator objects one more time, if I run that, so here you can see we are printing line 1 and the line 2 and yield statement, and we are getting a stop iteration exception, and we are going to talk about it. To get a better understanding of this, let's quickly go and trace that code, right? So the function which we have defined is get created inside the memory. In the next step, we have executed this particular line. So when we call this function, we will get a generator objects executing this particular statement. where we are calling a next method with a generator. So as soon as we execute this line, see this function get called, right? So in the next iteration is trying to print a line 1. So here in console you can see we have printed a line 1, and as soon as it encounters the yield keyword, so it will pause the function states and control will come back to the location from where we have called this function. Now if we execute the next step, so here you can see now we are calling this next function with the generators. So now let's quickly go and execute this. So remember, this time this execution starts from the yield keyword, which was paused in the last call, and now again this function encountered the yield keyword. So the same process will get followed. The function will get paused and this statement will get yield, and the control will come back to the statement from where we have called the next function, right? So now let's go and execute, and now control will come back to the statement from where we have called. Now again we are calling this next function with the generators, right? So see, execution of this function get started from where this function get paused. So remember, when we don't return anything from the function, the none object is automatically get returned. So as soon as any value returned from this generator functions, the generator will throw an exception called stop iteration. So here also you can see we are getting stop iteration exception, right? So we can think of function that contains a yield statement, that is a generator functions. So you can see this is a function which is a generator function, and we are calling this function, right? So this function will return a generator object. How we call this generator function? We call this generator function using a next method. We call a next function and provide a generator objects. So we have already seen the function will execute until it encounters the yield keyword. If we encounter the yield keyword, then function gets suspended and the current state of that function will get stored. Once all the statement is get executed from that function, that time the function will return a stop iteration exception. So we have already talked about generators are also iterators. They are implemented the iterators protocol. So if any generator objects contains these two methods, so here we have this generator object. Now if we quickly want to validate, so what we are doing, we are just checking these two methods are implemented by this generator object or not. Now you can see we are getting true and true. So there are some couple of points you should keep in mind. So we called a generator functions if any function which contains at least one yield statements. So when we call a generator function, so generator function works as a generator factory, right, which produce the generator objects, and we have already seen the generators implements the iterator protocol. So generators are also lazy iterators. That means when we ask to do something, then he go and perform those operations. So now let's go and see the difference between the return and yield keyword. Right, so this is very important because most of the time people, when they are learning the generators first time, they always get confused with the return keyword and the yield keyword. Now let's first talk about the return keyword. So the return keyword returns the value from the function when that function executed all the statements. So as soon as we return anything from that function lose its local states. So suppose there is any exception inside your function, in that case that function return the exception from where that function get called. And the next scenario is if we explicitly return something. So these are the three scenarios when the function lost its state. So on the other hand, yield is maintain the state between the function calls, and we have already seen it, right? So as soon as we call this function, the function get resumed and it start executing the statements. And this is another example using a return in a generator. So suppose we have a return keyword here and we are returning a none object. All right. So here we are just returning in between, right? Before yielding, we are returning the none object. Now let's go and iterate through this generator. This time I will use a for loop. Okay, so let's go and run this code. Now, so you can see we are getting a line 1 hello from coding buddy and line 2. That's it. We are not getting this yield statement printed. Why? Because we have already returned that function. So now let's see what is a generator expression. So generator expression is like a list comprehension, and they return a generator instead of a list, right? So in list comprehension, the result get returned in a list format, right? So we will get a list of results. But when we use a generator expression, it returns the generator objects. In list comprehension, we use these square brackets, and in generator expression, we use this parenthesis. Alright, so now let's see an example. So this is a simple example. So this gen variable will get the generator objects from this expression. If this is a generator object, we can call a next method, right? So we are calling a next method providing the generator objects. So it is printing 0, calling a next function again with the generator objects. Now it's printing 1. Alright, so if you go and run this code, you will see we are getting a same output. So it's a generator object. Alright, so this is our generator expression. Now let's see how do we send a value to a generators. So this is a very powerful tool which can be used with the generators. So what send method does, the send method resumes that generators from where it left, send that value to the generators, which can be used while executing the yield keyword. And the basic syntax of the send method is function, we call the send function, and we provide the value which we want to pass. So now let's quickly go and see with the example. Okay, so I have already written down this function, right? So I can just quickly go and trace that code and explain you. So as you can see, we have just simply defined this function, right, which accepts a single argument, right? So in this function, we are just generating a number. So the first we have imported this function, right? So this function is imported inside the memory, and now we have created a generator objects, right? So the next function get called with the value 10. So as soon as we encountered this yield keyword, right, the function get paused, and this control will return back to the location from where that function get called. If you execute this particular line, so in this line we are just sending another value. So as soon as we send this value 5, you see this function is now resumed from where this statement get yield. Now this number variable is containing the value 5, and now these next statements get executed. And now here we have encountered the yield keyword, right? So again the function is state will get paused, the control will come back to here, and here we are passing sending another value. So this time this number contains the different value, which is 17, which we passed from here, and here we are just updating that value. So all the statements from this function is get executed, so we will get a stop iteration. So this is a way we can send any value to a generators. If you have any comments, questions, concern, please let me know in the comment section, and I will try my level best to answer them as soon as possible. And you can find all these notes on our Instagram or Facebook page. So you can find @AjayMaharYT. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, please leave a like and share with your friends. If you have any feedback or any suggestions for me, I will put that link in the comment section, so you can go and provide your feedback or suggestion. So that's it from this video. I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye and take care.